So you appealed it, and unfortunately,
Mhm.
you did no better at the appellate court, where a three-judge panel said, I mean, I read the opinion, and to me, what they were saying was, he raises some good points, but we're the appellate court, and we don't get to revisit what the finder of fact says, and that
Mhm.
is the case, like, when it comes to errors of law, you can get a reversal. When it comes to findings of fact, you're screwed. You're stuck with what the lower court did unless it was absolutely egregious, and they didn't see that here. And so they kind of said, well, we might have decided this differently. That's not really our role. We got to stick with the findings of fact that the lower court did. And so you're living with this arrangement now where she has full legal custody and you have partial legal custody. So how is that for you?
It's been tough. It's been tough on me. I think it's, again, more importantly, it's been tough on the kids because, again, this order didn't just overturn a 3-year 50-50 status quo. It overturned a lifetime of me in the lives of my children in every moment, large and small. And it's been tough, but um, filed another custody modification. I'm going to keep fighting for my kids because they're the most important thing in my life, which is why I withdrew from the Senate race, to make sure that they knew that there was never a question in their minds that they were always and will always come first for me. Um, and I'm going to keep fighting for them. And you know, something that I haven't been able to escape, though, that's been on my mind ever since that trial, is that I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars fighting to defend myself against these false allegations and fighting to keep my children in their lives. And had I just said, when all this started, threw my hands up and said, you know what, I'm just going to walk away from this and be content to be a every other weekend dad, pay child support, maybe not be there for them all the time, be there for them on the weekends, that would still be a better deal than what I have right now.
Mm, mm.
So what
No, it's
incentive?
so hard because it's
It's
like, I
tough.
think people are primed to believe a woman alleging abuse of a child in particular. We're primed to believe that. But you're not wrong to point out the context in which it was raised. That it was raised in the midst of a contentious divorce, in the midst of a contentious custody dispute, um, and that ultimately that first court that listened to it thought you were entitled to 50-50 custody, and she was fine with that too. Like, all this has to be, and I do think, to be honest, in the wake of like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, people are looking at these cases just checking their own bias in favor of the female, um, alleged victim. Like, just checking your, and everyone deserves a fair shake is the point. Not just the woman making the allegation, but the defendant, the dad, the guy being accused of something as horrific as intentionally abusing his own children and his wife. Like, it's saying that about a man is so bad. There's jokes about it, like, oh, how long have you been beating your wife? Like, that's a joke in the law, because if you say that, you've defamed the person in the question right out of the gate. That's how damaging those allegations are. And they get thrown around these custody disputes in a way that's not always fair or accurate. And I'm not passing a judgment on this case. I'm just, we've all seen that dynamic play out.
Yeah, it's been tough, and I'll say I did ask for this the custody proceedings to be sealed, um, and I mean my ex opposed me on that, um, but I didn't do it because, and of course the media ran with this narrative that I wanted the case to be sealed to stop my ex from talking about abuse. That's not why I wanted this to be sealed. I wanted it to be sealed to protect my children from public scrutiny. You know, I'm running for office, people can attack me, but I didn't want my children to have to go to school and have all of their friends and maybe their friends' parents know about, their personal issues.